Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Hi, I'm back MSC or stream all day. Wonky D says. Hi, welcome back. Dom J Pilla says. Yo. Cruciver says. Hi. Julian Sanchez says. Hi. Says. Wonky D says. Hi everyone. Cruciver says. Hi, how are you? Wonky D says. I'm good thanks, how are you? Cruciver says. I'm good. Carboy says. Nick hurts. Ferdinand says. Hello, what game you play? Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Why my name is so weird bruh. Wonky D says. Do you play Souls RNG? Julian Sanchez says. What is this game called? Wonky D says. This is Souls RNG. Alessandro Marcus says. How do I get good auras? Cruciver says. I am atheistic. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. I do, but I'm not good enough. Wonky D says. It's because you have foreign in your name. Modi Ibrahim says. Jim, I just joined. Carboy says. Bale Trickler. Jadenver says. What's that game called? Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. I got the previous. Cruciver says. I'm atheistic. Wonky D says. You get auras by just rolling, smiley face. Wonky D says. The game is called Souls RNG. Alessandro Marcus says. Is there some ways to get better one? Reedy School says. Hi. Wonky D says. Hi Reedy School. Cruciver says. Gay porn. Jadenver says. Thanks for telling me. Carboy says. Neck hers. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. OMG, I just got Hades. Deferred Clips says. Stroke it. Wonky D says. GG. Galaxy Plays says. Balls. Ken says. Bro is not Gojo. Alessandro Marcus says. Hey, what doors the mini parkour to the green orb does? Reedy School says. Yo, you have good auras, my best is only bounded with 125k rolls. Wonky D says. Thanks, I've been rolling for a few months. Alessandro Marcus says. Hey, what does the mini parkour to the green orb does? Alessandro Marcus says. Hey, what does the mini parkour to the green orb does? Alessandro Marcus says. Hey, what does the mini parkour to the green orb does? Wonky D says. Don't spam chat Alessandro Marcu. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Bro, stop spamming. Ken says. I only get comments, so GG. Reedy School says. It gives you luck. Alessandro Marcus says. Can you PLS tell me? Alessandro Marcus says. OPK thanks. Ryan Hawk says. Hi. Wonky D says. Hi Ryan Hawk. Ryan Hawk says, "Nah." Ken says, "GG." Alessandro Marcus says, "Balls." Ryan Hawk says, "Noob." Ken says, "Yo, why did you say dat, my guy?" Alessandro Marcus says, "I like minor." Ryan Hawk says, "Bob." Alessandro Marcus says, "I love minorses." Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says, "Such a poor streamer, he doesn't have any viewers." Ken says, "Why?" Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says, "Sad face." Ken says, "Oh." Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says, "I support Wonky D, he is a good streamer, makes good videos and more." Ken says, "Keep up the good work, man, I believe in you." Ken says, "Why?" Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says, "Hope you get Hades like me." Ken says, "Is this a private server?" Ryan Hawk says, "Poop." Wonky D says, "Yep." Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says, "He's alone, so obviously." Ken says, "I thanks G." Ryan Hawk says, "Balls." Ryan Hawk says, cat. Ken says, GG. Ryan Hawk says, cat balls. Ken says, AFK Emma eat some snacks, not like queso. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says, today it's my birthday. Ryan Hawk says, dog balls. Ken says, lucky. Nick P says, hey, do you remember me? I said I love your work. Nick P says, yesterday. Bob says, why is Bud Marcoing a gambling game? Nick P says, because why not? Ken says, let's go gambling. Bob says, I do it but I kinda quit doing it now. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says, can you say happy birthday to me? Bob says, he's AFK I think. Bob says, because he's Marcoing potions. Ken says, happy BD to you IG. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. THX bro. Ken says. NP. Wonky D says. Happy birthday. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Thanks. Ken says. Why is Wonky D like Monkey D Luffy, the name? Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. That was rude. French Fry Antlers fan says. French Fry Antlers says hi. Ken says. I'm not lying. Ken says. AFK. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. But that was rude. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. You can make the streamer sad dude. Ken says. Ick. French Fry Antlers fan says. What was rude? Wonky D says. Why? Monkey D is just from One Piece. French Fry Antlers fan says. I was in other stream of his channel. What was rude? Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Someone called him monkey. Ken says. Respect to Ace BTW. French Fry Antlers fan says. That's rude. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. It was Ken. French Fry Antlers fan says. Okay. Ken says. Is Monkey D. Luffy the captain of the Straw Hats? Dude is from One Piece. French Fry Antlers fan says. I don't know. Ken says. Imma sub. Ken says. Just did it. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Imma grind and blocks fruits now. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. And I'm already subscribed. French Fry Antlers fan says. Wonky D is cooking, he have ethereal. Ken says. FRFR. Ken says. W streamer. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. And yesterday he was cooking. French Fry Antlers fan says. What did he cook yesterday? Ken says. You because you're leader Talia Fry. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Bruh. French fry antlers fan says. French fry and French fry antlers is different things. Ken says. More like different LJ. Ken says. Lives. Ken says. Holy she. French fry antlers fan says. T. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Who plays blocks fruits? Ken says. Me. French fry antlers fan says. Cool. Ken says not me. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Are you max level? French fry antlers fan says. A Macron. Ken says. No, cuz my ACC got banned for roasting a kid. French fry antlers fan says. LOL. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. LOL. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. What level are you? Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Ken. Ken says. I said you probably eat cereal with water cuz your dad never came back with the milk. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Answer the question. French fry antlers fan says. Why you got banned if that's true? Boisic Bisvas says. Which game is this? Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Souls RNG. Ken says. My LV is 13. MR Baseball says. 30 minutes for a starfall is sad E. French fry antlers fan says. Souls RNG. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Really? Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Are you even playing? Ken says. Yup. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. I'm level 1. Ken says. Yup. MR Baseball says. I don't think he's even here, I think he's macroing as always. Ken says. AFK. Wonky D says. I am here, smiley face. French Fry Antlers fan says. Imagine someone will join with 45 letters YouTuber user and type huge message in chat. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Finally, I've been waiting for you. French Fry Antlers fan says. Says Pia you. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. It's actually from Greece. French Fry Antlers fan says. I don't know. MR Baseball says. Did you know that if you fart loud as at 3 AM and scream Among Us 10,000? French Fry Antlers fan says. I don't have grease longig. MR Baseball says. Bruh, why did it send it so fast? Ken says. Well now. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Wanna learn? French Fry Antlers fan says. Skibidi. French Fry Antlers fan says. Yeah. French Fry Antlers fan says. I am a learn it one day. Ken says. Wanna skibidi. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. ALR so. French Fry Antlers fan says. I already skibbidied. Ken says. Emma speak Chinese. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Pi equals Gamma Epsilon Iota Alpha. Ken says. NBM. French Fry Antlers fan says. Okay. Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Nah, I'm leaving. MR Baseball says. Okay, but did you know that Mary died of skibidi? French fry antlers fan says. What? Mu Alpha Rho Alpha Lambda Alpha Gamma Omicron says. Yay, he didn't speak Chinese. MR Baseball says. If you can answer this, you have brain rot. Fire in the skibidi. MR Baseball says. Crazy? I was crazy once they locked me up in a room, a rubber room, a rumber room with rats, and rats make me crazy. Ken says. BRRR skibidi DOP 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 yes yes. MR Baseball says. Try not to summon Monkey D, difficulty impossible. Ken says. Monkey. French fry antlers fan says. Skibidi? I was skibidi once, they rizzed me up in a room, a skibidi room with toilets, and toilets make me skibidi. MR Baseball says. Now that's not brain rot, that brain cooker. Ken says. Bro did not just got consumed by the brain rot's huge chud. MR Baseball says. Ain't no way he's spending so long for a stupid starfall and starlight. K3U says. French Fry Antlers fan says. I was skibbiding once. MR Baseball says. Also I didn't notice he got lunar LMAO. Ken says. B. French Fry Antlers fan says. I. MR Baseball says. T. Ken says. Skibidi, tongue sticking out. Ken says. C. Ken says. H. French Fry Antlers fan says. Tongue sticking out? LMAO. French Fry Antlers fan says. Tongue sticking out. French Fry Antlers fan says. Tongue sticking out. Ken says. Lags are pure bullshit NGL. Wonky D says. I hope everyone can like the video and sub if they want, smiley face. French Fry Antlers fan says. I did. Ken says. I already did. Wonky D says. Thanks. French Fry Antlers fan says. Tongue sticking out, I liked. MR Baseball says. Knew I summoned Monkey D, I lost, sad face. Wonky D says. 5 subs away from 1100, smiley face. MR Baseball says. BTW I'm ALR subbed. French Fry Antlers fan says. Yeah I should VE skibiding before he comes. Wonky D says. Thanks MR Baseball. French Fry Antlers fan says. Oops. Ken says. YPDDDDD. MR Baseball says. Diaboli void? French Fry Antlers fan says. Diaboli. Ken says. Surprised face. French Fry Antlers fan says. Don't eat jit in the halls. MR Baseball says. Don't eat jit in the halls. Ken says. Oh Ohio, welcome to my skibidi toilet. Oh Ohio, please don't leave, I have no jits. Oh Ohio, let's go Sigma Lemni Riz ya. Oh Ohio, haha, I prayed today. French Fry Antlers fan says. Guys, answer me, what's oldest brainrot meme that still people using? Ken says. Mewing. French Fry Antlers fan says. Bye bye. MR Baseball says. I said slap, not lap. Ken says. Bye 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 bye. MR Baseball says. BTW, it has to be Strawberry Cat. French Fry Antlers fan says. It isn't brain rot. French Fry Antlers fan says. It's a cat. MR Baseball says. Oh. Ken says. Why does people say that non-simps are sigmas? MR Baseball says. P. I wonder what happens to he. French Fry Antlers fan says. Tongue sticking out. French Fry Antlers fan says. No. Ken says. Ayo. MR Baseball says. P. French Fry Antlers fan says. It should be, tongue sticking out, 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 PP, tongue sticking out, tongue sticking out, tongue sticking out, tongue sticking out, PP, tongue sticking out, tongue sticking out, tongue sticking out, tongue sticking out, tongue sticking out. MR Baseball says. Such great words. French Fry Antlers fan says. LOL. Ken says. AOPP and tongue sticking out. MR Baseball says. Nah. French Fry Antlers fan says. LOL. French Fry Antlers fan says. Ken is skibbidied. French Fry Antlers fan says. Already. MR Baseball says. Mary had a lobotomy. Fire in the hole. Wonky D says. All you guys doing okay? French Fry Antlers fan says. Yeah, great. MR Baseball says. Yeah. Ken says. Fire in the hole. Ken says. Yeah. MR Baseball says. Not that hole. French Fry Antlers fan says. That hole. Ken says. Lol. MR Baseball says. How I feel after realizing reactions arrive instantly but not messages I send. French Fry Antlers fan says. Fire from the hole. MR Baseball says. Trophy yellow smiling trophy yellow smiling trophy yellow smiling trophy yellow smiling. Ken says. Fire in the hole be like. MR Baseball says. What? French Fry Antlers fan says. It's just banana and milk chill. MR Baseball says. KK. Ken says. More like. MR Baseball says. Yum. Ken says. If you know, you know. MR Baseball says. Fire in the GYAT. Ken says. Insert the bananas to the peach. French Fry Antlers fan says. Insert banana into fire in the hole faster. MR Baseball says. Bananas? It can't hold that much. French Fry Antlers fan says. Image if Wonky D sees this. MR Baseball says, LOL. Wonky D says, see what? LOL. Wonky D says, I'm seeing everything. Wonky D says, just chilling. French Fry Antlers fan says, a PH. MR Baseball says, PH. Ken says, C. French Fry Antlers fan says, Philippines. MR Baseball says, oh okay. Wonky D says, is text-to-speech faster now? MR Baseball says, for a second I thought you meant. Wonky D says, testing 1 2 3. Wonky D says, haha it's faster now. French Fry Antlers fan says, I created new aura fire in the hole, hot mutated 1 in 69 million. MR Baseball says, E. MR Baseball says, kids at the basement, kids at the basement, kids at the basement. Ken says, E.
Wonky D says, hello. Ken says, ho. Ken says, hold up. Wonky D says, it's changed its voice LOL. French Fry Antlers fan says, tongue poking smiley, 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 tongue poking smiley. Mr. Baseball says, NOO the tongue isn't sticking out. French Fry Antlers fan says, no bring back tongue sticking out. Mr. Baseball says. PP. French Fry Antlers fan says. Kinda works. Ken says. Chill, I got G. Ken says. The ace. Ken says. Pass. Ken says. All my niggy. Wonky D says. Don't try to get it to say bad words please, I'll have to time you out. French Fry Antlers fan says. Rip tongue poking smiley joke 2024 to 2024. Ken says. Alright. Mr. Baseball says. Nima. French Fry Antlers fan says. LOL. Mr. Baseball says. Legends has that if you say the N-word in front of Enchanteling 92 absolute dreadful things will happen. French Fry Antlers fan says. New. Ken says. Alright. Ken says. The N-word. French Fry Antlers fan says. I said N-word and. Mr. Baseball says. Ken says the N-word, excuse me, but what? French Fry Antlers fan says. New. Ken says. LOL. French Fry Antlers fan says. Fun fact, this is most brain-rotting chat I ever saw this year. Mr. Baseball says. My favorite N is Nate Ball. Ken says, my fave then is nighttime since I like to explore abandoned place with a kitchen knife for safety. Apitijum says, no non non on non. Apitijum says, yummy. French fry antlers fan says, hello shu. Mr. Baseball says, N-word. I said the N-word once they locked me up in a rubber room with my Nate Ball, and Nate Ball makes me crazy. Apitijum says, G.I. bearish is. Apitijum says, gibberish soy. French fry antlers fan says, bearfish. Is this bear and fish? Apitijum says, I don't know how to eat soy sauce. Apitijum says, or eat suoibians. Mr. Baseball says, ask Google it. Apitijum says, all keys lorlalor. Apitijum says, some subkeys. Mr. Baseball says, Aluna 111. Apitijum says, are you oh my god? WHYDU roll. French fry antlers fan says, Aluna BT jump scare. Apitijum says, I hate Jupsissa. Apitijum says, I hate jump scares. Mr. Baseball says, jump scares. Apitijum says, I hate jump scares, resolved. French fry antlers fan says, jingly scares. Wonky D says, jumpless pairs. Apitijum says, jingless cares, jingle all the way. Wonky D says, ha ha. Mr. Baseball says, it was actually impeached. Apitijum says, jumbos cares. Wonky D says, some Piers. Mr. Baseball says. Also technically impeach is the rarest aura, it's unobtainable and also 400M. French Fry Antlers fan says. The Tasticare. Apitigem says. Microsoft Windows 3000 copyright 1985-2999 Microsoft Corporation. Mr. Baseball says. What is bro installing? Mr. Baseball says. Installing. French Fry Antlers fan says. I like how is this guy yass about random stuff. Apitigem says. We love Windows never released text and how to use them from Mindaria operating system and Mindaria YouTuber and others, like TLE. Mr. Baseball says. Yap. I yapped once they locked me. You okay? I'm bored of saying this. Apitigem says. TLE stands for the logo editor. Mr. Baseball says. Comet. Apitigem says. Hi Mr. Baseball, nice to meet you. Mr. Baseball says. Hi laughing smiley. French Fry Antlers fan says. Comet jump scare. Apitigem says. How old are you? Mr. Baseball says. 9 + 1 + 4. Mr. Baseball says. Monk DVUE screen is stuck with Kone. Apitigem says. Damn, I can't say anything. Mr. Baseball says. I'm sure he will notice me if I say Niagara. Apitigem says. Windows 10000000 copyright 1985-999,999 Microsoft Corporation. French Fry Antlers fan says. Bluff missed Gargantua with this one. Wonky D says. Yeah Mr. Baseball, you don't need to say it, do you? Mr. Baseball says. Yeah Mr. Baseball says. So will you remove that comment? Apitigem says. It says Niuee heck. French Fry Antlers fan says. LMAO. Uppitijum says. TTS is like Microsoft Sam. Mr. Baseball says. Just take it or remote it, I'm begging you. Uppitijum says. And Microsoft Sam will say soy soy soy. French Fry Antlers fan says. Blood doesn't want that comet. Mr. Baseball says. Oyo io io glikub makanki oyo io I. Uppitijum says. Zenomahen zenomahen zenomahen. Uppitijum says. Hello Wonkity. French Fry Antlers fan says. Willy Wonka. Mr. Baseball says. Did you know that the sound of a volcano can make a sound that can be heard from 1300 miles away? 1400 kilometers by the way if you're European. Uppitijum says. Windows codename Microsoft Epic Battle. Mr. Baseball says. We beating Windows link percent with this one. Uppitijum says. We will reaching Windows never released 31 with this one. French Fry Antlers fan says. We doesn't beating comet warning with this one. Mr. Baseball says. LOL. Arpitijum says, we will reaching the end of Harvey Girls Forever with this one. Arpitijum says, and Blue Peter 2007 annual book. Arpitijum says, bro. Arpitijum says, Skyzy watches this. Mr. Baseball says, did you know that brain rot was invented in the 20th century already? French Fry Antlers fan says, guys, don't tell him that he's not rolling, we will steal Abyssal Hunter from him XD. Arpitijum says, Comet font is Caesar dressing. Arpitijum says, hello French Fry Antlers fan, you love Skyzy from Skyzy Corporation. Mr. Baseball says, no. Arpitijum says, because he loves Caesar dressing. French Fry Antlers fan says, blood off 24/7 with comet warning with this one. Arpitijum says, oh. Arpitijum says, an apple with leaf. Wonky D says, LOL. Wake up. Uppitijum says. Damn, wake is finally done. Uppitijum says. Okay, back to normal. Mr. Baseball says. No, the comet. French Fry Antlers fan says. Hello again. French Fry Antlers fan says. No, he fizzed comet. Uppitijum says. Hello French Fry Antlers fan. French Fry Antlers fan says. Fixed. Wonky D says. Comet had to go. Uppitijum says. Hello French Fry Antlers fan. Uppitijum says. Nice to meet you forever. Mr. Baseball says. You have 45/56 WDYM, it had to go. Uppitijum says. Like Harvey girls forever. What? French Fry Antlers fan says. Guys, choose impeached or Archangel. Uppitijum says. Hello Mr. Baseball, did you know Harvey girls forever? And when French Fry Antlers fan is dead? Mr. Baseball says. No. Uppitijum says. What? Why French Fry Antlers fan is alive. Not dead. French Fry Antlers fan says. What you yapping about? Uppitijum says. Guys, queso is here. Uppitijum says. I will eat strawberry jam. French Fry Antlers fan says. I'ma do questions from easy to hard. Mr. Baseball says. Okay, Yappuccino coming right up. French Fry Antlers fan says. 1. What macro Wonky D use? Uppitijum says. Very good taste for strawberry jam. Mr. Baseball says. Sol RNG macro free download FR. Apitijum says. Everyone, guys. Casio is here. French Fry Antlers fan says. To question how Wonky D rolls got sucked, I mean stucked. Apitijum says. He is going to destroy the house. Mr. Baseball says. Petter the horse is here. Wonky D says. Gonna end stream in about 20 minutes, guys. French Fry Antlers fan says. Answer was Comet. Wonky D says. We'll hopefully be back soon though. Apitijum says. I bet Apitijum has the best luck in this stream. French Fry Antlers fan says. Wonky D says. Thanks for all you guys hanging out here. Mr. Baseball says. I randomly became louder. Mr. Baseball says. Loudwood. Apitijum says. Oh no. Why happened to the stream, please more storage space. Apitijum says. I bet Apitijum has the best luck in this server. Mr. Baseball says. You not system. Apitijum says. Sick ball. Apitijum says. Sick ball is better. Mr. Baseball says. Apitijum says. WHYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYYyy. Mr. Baseball says. LOL. Apitijum says. Did you stop me? Apitijum says. I eat the sick ball. Apitijum says. Sick ball is sick ball. Mr. Baseball says. Thick ball. Mr. Baseball says. Yo arcane. Apitijum says. Bounded, unbound. Mr. Baseball says. NVM. Upitijum says. I watched shorts when few days. Mr. Baseball says. Mr. Baseball says. Upitijum says. No, stop spamming, no, stop spamming, please stop, stop, stop. Mr. Baseball says. Okay, why am I doing this? Upitijum says. No, stop spamming, stop. Upitijum says. How many minutes left until the end of stream? Wonky D says. Right guys. Wonky D says. I'm gonna end stream for now. Upitijum says. Wonky D says. We'll be back later. Mr. Baseball says. Mr. Baseball says.